One take, one take, one take, one take, Choosday! Hello everyone, welcome back to another One Take Tuesday! We haven't done one of these for X and Y yet, so let's just do it! Let's jump in! We've got a match here against Rokutso from my stream. That is his name, and he is wearing green. Oh look, I rhymed without even trying to! I am a smart genius. This is what happens with One Take Tuesday. I can't edit out my terrible rhymes, but that's what you have to live with. So he leads off with a Manectric, definitely going to be a Mega, and it's going to Mega evolve into a Mega Manectric, so I'm going to have to go into something to deal with the electric attack because I honestly, Vaporeon doesn't want to take that. He's not a big fan of it. So go into Excadrill. And I just want to see basically here if he's carrying the Overheat or the Flamethrower on the next turn, which is why I'm obviously not going to stay in with Excadrill. I'm going to switch straight out into my Vaporeon again, just as a bit of scouting, just to try and find out. And hopefully, if he has Overheat, then I can deal with him easily, but he turns out to have Flamethrower. So now I'm in a little bit of a pickle because, Vaporeon's going to take a Thunderbolt, whether I kind of like it or not, and it's rather unfortunate, but I'm going to Protector Stall for a bit to see, like, you know, maybe he's just gonna not do that, but he does, and unfortunately my team is not really a team. It's just 6 things that I brought, and I didn't really have anything to take an electric/fire combination, so yeah, I kind of have to eat the Thunderbolt, and I take it okay considering it's from a Mega Manectric with stab and like decent special attack, but I was hoping for the burn on the Scald, didn't quite get it. You know, I could have gone for Toxic to ensure that gradual degradation over time on his end, but I wanted the damage and kind of wanted the thing at the same time, so I was like, yeah, I'll try and go for that. I Protect again, and then he ends up protecting, which I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I'm not quite sure why we do that, but it kind of gives me the opportunity to protect once more to gain my lefties back again. I'm just gaining lefties back, and he ends up going for Roar. I'm like, okay, what, wait, okay, and then we find out that Roar goes through Protect, and that's something that you should pick up on if you're playing this game now. That's a mechanic change. Roar and Whirlwind go through Protect now, and Detect, in fact, so you can be phased out even if you're protecting, which is really interesting, but I get phased into the perfect thing, which is my Mega Absol. I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution, go for the Sucker Punch, and finish Manectric off. Now goes into Scizor, which definitely don't want to be taking like a superpower or any kind of bug move or even a bullet punch from that thing. I'm going to Vaporeon to take whatever, and he ends up U-turning, which is the smartest play to really go for. Doesn't really look like his choice banded, although, I don't know, my Vaporeon's really, really defensively built, so maybe it is banded, I can just take it that well. I honestly am not sure, but ends up going to Trevenant, which I shouldn't really be staying in on, especially like going for Toxic. I have this thing with Trevenant where I'm like, oh yeah, I can just get the status on it and then it'll be useless, but every time it has Natural Cure, dude, and you know, some of them are running the Harvest set with Harvest, like whatever berry it is and some other nonsense, but I don't know, I feel like Natural Cure is just the better ability to go for, and that's kind of what I should be expecting on Trevenants in general, but yeah, ends up that I get Leech Seeded and there's some poisoning. I throw out an Ice Beam and Horn Leech, and lots of stuff happens. Mainly kind of stalling, very slow play here. When you got Vaporeon versus Trevenant, game isn't going to move at a rapid pace. But yeah, essentially I'm going to go down to the Horn Leech, but I managed to get off the Toxic in the short period of time. The Leech Seed isn't affecting anymore because I'm dead, and I got off some decent damage with the Ice Beam. So decent job by Vaporeon, and it gives me a very nice opportunity to switch into my Delphox. Now, this is a really interesting Delphox set that I've got. It uses Magician, which is its hidden ability in this gen. Well, it has to be in this gen. It only got introduced in this gen, which is basically an ability that steals the foe's item if you hit it with any move. But obviously, because I have an item to begin with, I'm not going to be able to steal the leftovers from him. So I just kill him with a Psyshock, and then my item that I'm holding is actually a Citrus Berry. So the idea is to sub down to the Citrus Berry, get your health back, and then steal an item from your opponent. And that's basically what's going to happen here with this Gastrodon. You know what? Oh god, I can't. So, I would usually speed this up, but seeing as this is a One Take Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, and I was dumb enough not to pre-edit this to speed up this situation, this might take a while. So my essential plan here was with the Gastrodon was, okay, I want to get down to a point where I eat my Citrus Berry and have a sub-up, and I'm able to go for a Psyshock on it to steal its leftovers so that it can be burned and have no leftovers, meaning that it will die over time, and the only way it can recover is using recover. And we do get to that point here where I magicianly get to gain the leftovers from him, and he recovers. So I do gain something there, but it's not really actually helping me long term because recover's going to bring it all the way back up to full. But you see where I was going. It was a nice idea, and Psyshock's actually doing a good amount. So if I just keep slamming it with that, it's eventually going to be forced to attack me, and then I can easily come in and revenge kill it with something else. And it's burned as well. It's not getting the lefties, as I said. So managed to get rid of those, managed to burn it, managed to bring it down to a revengeable point, and now I can easily go into Absol, who takes the opportunity to Swords Dance. I didn't feel like Gastrodon was having any business staying in there. If it wanted to recover, I didn't mind. I'd get a free Swords Dance, and if he switches, I get a free Swords Dance anyway. So it goes into Tyrantrum, which people really should not underestimate the defensive capability of this thing. This thing has like 119 or 120 defense, and that's +2 from Mega Absol with a Stab Sucker Punch. It doesn't kill it. He lives it, which is pretty outstanding. Gets off the Dragon Tail to phase me out. But puts me into a very favorable position by allowing Dragonite to come in and go for the Earthquake, and I finish off the Tyrantrum there, thankfully. Now goes into Gastrodon. I think that, because I have my multi-scale and I've got the weakness policy, I want him to Ice Beam me. That is what I desire more than anything in the world. If he Ice Beams me, then I get the boosts, and I am fast with a +1. I should be able to sweep from this point. Weakness policy Dragonite, guys, is pretty potent, so I don't decide to Dragon Dance again. I thought, this is enough. I'll get the boost from the weakness policy, be at +3. And then here we go. I get Ice Beamed, and I get frozen. I get fucking frozen. So to tell you that I was not pleased by this would be a little bit of an understatement, I might say. The cool thing is that you get to see Dragonite's, 3D model frozen, because that's what freezing does. It completely freezes it, and its wings are like held in position and everything. And I'm not thawing out. Nope, it's not happening. So weakness policy Dragonite, it's really good when it doesn't get frozen, but unfortunately, because of circumstances, this Gastrodon not only is still alive, but was able to kill my Dragonite as well. So I'm not really too pleased, but I do manage to go into Extra Drill, go for the Earthquake, which I will be able to take it out with at this point. Gastrodon is at low enough HP, and eliminate it from the field. Extra Drill still has the balloon, which is very nice, and will be useful maybe if there's some ground moves going around. But goes into Sizzle, goes for the Bullet Punch, which I am surprised why that was the play made. I'm not quite sure what the reason for that was, but I take it. Breaks the balloon, I guess, is probably what it was for, but I get some revenge. I do get some revenge because I managed to crit with my Earthquake and finish the Sizzle off. All he has left is Crobat, and I can basically just go for the Rock Slide to finish him off. I don't think it'll quite kill him because there's no stab on Rock Slide for me. I do get a second crit as well, which is like, oh man, that's really helping me out. But the Roost here, really obvious, but for some reason I didn't play it properly and go for the Earthquake. I just went for a Shadow Claw. I don't know what I was doing. Why would I go for Shadow Claw? That makes zero sense. And yeah, Roost should be pretty obvious. So I don't think I actually pay attention to that until like a couple of more turns. I go for the Rock Slide there, which ends up missing, and I think I'm going to go for one Rock Slide here, and then after that he'll be at low enough HP where he'll have to Roost again because he's just going with these Roost stalling situations, and that's when finally I make the correct play, which is to Earthquake on his Roost, and it should, from full health or from near enough full health, which he gets himself up to with this Roost, be able to take him out because it's a stab Earthquake from an Excadrill and he's weak to it. God damn it, no matter how bulky the Crobat may be, he's not taking that, and he doesn't. So Roost doesn't really help, and Earthquake does really help, and I kill it, and I finish the game, and that's that. That's the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one take Tuesday. Feel free to leave a like down below to show your appreciation. Very, very much appreciated. I say so. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Another video. Whatever it may be. I don't know. Bye.